Greetings, greetings, greetings. This is Sunny Days 305 Degrees podcast. Our community said they wanted a platform that they could get their ideas and their messages out. Hence, Sunny Days 305 is on fire. So, greetings, greetings, greetings. You already know what it is. I'm here sipping on a little moringa and hibiscus on this great day. Healthy. I want to talk about how to deal with a person that have done a long period of time in isolation, in prison. So first of all, for me, I had a big dependence on my wife, Corinthia. Anytime I needed a book, I would call her. Anytime I needed money, I would call her. Anytime I needed law material, I would call her. And the various other things like visitation, and so I depended on her for a lot of things. Being in prison, things that I couldn't do for myself, right? And so the prison system is a whole world. It's different from the world that I now reside in. So when I noticed when I first came out, you know, by my wife taking care of all the business and taking care of all the bills and stuff. So when I got out and you would see me, I would be walking behind her because I was used to her leading me. I was used to her handling things. And so when I got out, I was still used to her doing things for me, taking care of me, you know, or I guess washing clothes for me and walking me around and showing me around, because I was almost like a brand new baby in a brand new place. And so eventually I had to start doing things for myself. I had to start, you know, come from behind my wife, start walking beside her and get things done. But that's the mindset. 22 years, my wife doing all this and taking care of everything and taking care of the bills and take care of the children and fighting people on the streets and security and all kind of stuff that she was doing in my absence, right? And so you will notice that, or we notice that some changes have to be made. But it's a process, because it took that 22 years was a process. And so in prison, you definitely gonna wear your shower shoes in the shower, because all manners of things go on in the shower, and maybe 150 people done took a shower in that place before it got cleaned, before you got in. So it's all kind of filth that's in the shower, and then other extracurricular things happens in the shower, right? And so once I come home and take my first shower, I stand there in a minute. I stand in the shower doorway for a few minutes trying to ponder, should I go in this shower with my shower shoes on? And I got to think about that, like I'm stuck right there. Like I know that I'm not supposed to do it, but I've been doing it so long, and I could not break it that fast. I don't know how long it took me to do that. And then when I did do it, it was an effort. It took some concentration and some meditation, right? Secondly, you might want to wonder, why we keep the lights on all the time, because some of us lived in a dorm where the lights never went out. And some of us lived in rooms or smaller dorms where the lights went off in the dorm, but you could see the light through the window, so the lights were always on. And so there are some people that used to make them little things that you put over your eyes when you go to sleep. They rigged up something like that, and dudes made a lot of money off them things that they cover their eyes. So we leave the lights on because we're not used to lights being off. Another thing that we have issues with is hearing keys jingling. After hearing keys jingling in prison for 20-something years, so when you come on the street, keys jingling is keys jingling. So when we hear keys jingling, we thinking about lockdown. We think about it's time to lock in a cell. So when we hear keys jingling, we looking all around, but probably kind of nervous. You know what I mean? The next thing is not wanting to lock and close doors. Be like, why you ain't set the alarm? Why you ain't lock the door, sonny? Why you ain't, after being locked in and locked in and locked in and locked in for years upon years upon years, man, when somebody come around with keys locking doors, man, that's like a trigger for us. It's rough. And I don't know how long it's gonna take for us to get over these things. We have a thing in our cell with the toilet. The toilet is like the cleanest thing in the cell. When a person uses the toilet in prison, he almost cleans up he cleaned the whole toilet up so the next person can have a clean place to sit down. And so if some of us see a little mess on the toilet, man, we might go berserk. We don't understand it. So we have to figure out, man, do I need to holler at my grandson or whoever pissed on this toilet and clean up? Do I need to holler at them? Because, hey, man, look at him. Yeah, so that's another thing. That's another thing that we have to get over. You know what I mean? Another thing is, after people telling us what to do for years after years, do this and do that and go here and don't do a push-up and go eat this time and go to bed this time and you could watch the TV this time and you could have a visit this time and you could do this and that and this and that. And so after people telling us what to do for years after years after years, and then we come out here and we can't distinguish between someone asking us what to do and someone telling us what to do. That's a problem. It's an issue. I'm telling you. And it's a process for us. A lot of times when we be talking to people and we be listening to people, we are listening for any kind of words of disrespect. Any type of passive aggressive type stuff. We listening for all of that stuff. I'm talking about with a keen ear. And every word that you telling us, we're processing that stuff and we're defining what it means. And so out here, certain things that mean certain things out here, those words mean different things in prison. So we have to distinguish where we are listening from. Are we listening from a prison ear, or are we listening from the ears of free world reality? Because there's a difference. some may wonder why he take a shower so long and why the water is so hot. Cause I can't even, he take a shower and water, I can't even get in that water. Why he stay in there so long? It's because most of the time, if we didn't get to the shower in time, the water wasn't hot. And then we had a certain time limit to get in and get out of the shower. And so when we been locked up a long time and we come out and we free and we can take a shower, we'll take a long hot shower, because that was something that we didn't really do that much. Another thing is, you will find us, we're easy to withdraw. You know, you will notice, oh, he a little quiet. He's sitting over there, he a little quiet. Because while we might be in a prison that house over 1,000 inmates, we can still find spaces where we are lonely. And so we withdraw to ourselves when things not going right, or sometimes when we think that our mindset is not where it should be, we withdraw, you know what I mean, and become quiet. And so that's just some ways to deal with people coming out of prison, part one. But it's so much going on in the minds of us that been away, that's coming back and trying to reacclimate in society. It's a deep mental issue. And for everybody that was patient with us when we were coming out and we've been out, thank y'all so much.